Please understand that you are not required to take the DoD language test you are scheduled for today. If there are extenuating circumstances such as fatigue, illness, emotional distress, family or financial problems, etc. Is there anyone who is unable to test today? Be advised that any disruptive or unprofessional behavior may result in your removal from this test session. Electronic devices or any item which could be used to record, store, or communicate any part of the test are strictly prohibited. No personal belongings are allowed during DoD language tests, and a storage location will be provided for your personal items upon entering the test room. Please ensure your electronic devices, to include cell phones, are powered off. Any questions? In case of an emergency, you are required to exit the testing room in an orderly fashion. The only items in your testing workspace should be the computer workstation and any materials I have provided. Your testing session will be terminated if personal items are found in your possession. Please ensure all personal items are properly stored now. Listen carefully to all instructions. If they are not clear, raise your hand. In accordance with Public Law 93-579, I will now read the Privacy Act statement. Disclosure of requested information is solicited under the authority of Title 10, United States Code 350-20, and Executive Order 9397, and is mandatory. The Social Security number is used as the personal identifier number of all personnel under the control of the Department of Defense and is used to correctly transcribe DoD language test scores to official personnel records and training files. Your disclosure is for official use only and will be maintained and used in strict confidence in accordance with federal law and regulations. I will now read the for official use only statement. This test is for official use only, and the unauthorized discussion, disclosure, or possession of any of the test content is forbidden. Such unauthorized discussions or disclosures refer to relating or discussing any aspect of this test to or with anyone, including an instructor, supervisor, fellow employee, or spouse. For military personnel, failure to comply with this prohibition is a violation of Article 92, Uniform Code of Military Justice, and will result in administrative or disciplinary actions. For civilian personnel, failure to comply with this prohibition may be prosecuted under Title 18, Section 641 of the United States Code. All military and civilian examinees are subject to a requirement to report compromise or possible compromise of test materials at the time the incident occurs, whether this is during the testing session or after. The Privacy Act and for official use only statements will appear on screen before you start your DoD language test, and you will be required to place a check mark in the box provided to proceed and take your test. In doing so, you are hereby acknowledging that you have fully read and accepted the terms and conditions associated with taking this test. Any questions? We will begin all tests at the same time after all instructions are read. Do not begin your test until you are directed to do so. Please proceed to log in to the DoD language testing website now. Please verify that your name appears accurately on the computer screen and that it shows the correct test and language that you have been scheduled for. Any questions? Please follow all administrative instructions and do not leave your testing workspace without providing a reason. If you fail to comply with the test administration procedures, we will be forced to terminate your test session. There is no talking during the test, and the use of reference materials is strictly prohibited. After you have gone through the on-screen instructions, you will find a Start Test button. Once you click on this button, the time limit for your test will begin. Your time remaining will be clearly indicated on screen throughout your test. Take extra care reading all of the instructions provided. It is very important that you understand and follow these instructions. You may experience slow loading of test passages in excess of 2 to 3 minutes per page. Passages may also freeze or skip during delivery. Please allow the computer adequate time to recover and continue with the passage. This will not count against the time limit allowed for testing, but will lengthen the test session. If the slow loading, freezing, or skipping is excessive and interferes with your ability to answer the question, please raise your hand and we will assist you. One optional 15-minute break will be offered halfway through the test. The computer screen will turn yellow, indicating your break. Examinees who are taking the DLPT-5 computer adaptive test may initiate one optional 15-minute break during the test. After reaching 90 minutes on the clock, you may select the Help button at the bottom of the screen and raising your hand to alert the test administrator. The computer screen will turn red. If you choose to take your break, you must leave the test room, but remain in the vicinity of the testing room. It is your responsibility to keep track of how long you are gone and return within the allotted 15 minutes. You may not retrieve your personal items, including cell phones, consult any reference material, or talk about the test while on break. Please be aware and considerate of others who may still be working as you leave and enter the testing room. If you wish, you may choose to continue testing without a break. When you are ready to resume the test and are seated at your assigned test workstation, please raise your hand, and a test administrator will reactivate the test session. No other breaks are permitted. Any questions? Prior to beginning the listening test, the on-screen instructions will prompt you to test your volume. Watch for the words "audio playing" at the bottom of your screen and adjust your audio to a comfortable level. These words will appear and coincide with the delivery of each passage. If at any time the audio is not adequate at any time, please raise your hand immediately. Please raise your hand now if you have any questions. If you need to pause testing because of an urgent situation, press the Help button and raise your hand immediately, and we will assist you. We will be walking around the room periodically to ensure test integrity. If you finish your test and submit your final responses, others may still be testing. Please be as quiet as possible when collecting any personal belongings and departing the test room. This test is for official use only. This means you are not to discuss the content of this test with any other person. Any questions? You are now ready to begin your DoD language test. Please click on the next button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and begin. Good luck.